Hi guys, this is SDJR7F88 speaking with this week's update on Compton Martin. Now, not much has been done this week, but there is going to be an exciting announcement halfway through this video or so. But let's get started with the actual update itself. First of all, the main thing, one of the main things I've done this week is I've actually hoovered up the static grass. It's not looking as nice as it was last week. That's because quite a few of the fibres were just sitting on top, and obviously they've come up with the hoover, as you can see here, which is that's roughly where the seam line was, where I did the first lot, second lot. But this is no problem, because this is the undercoat, as you know, of static grass, the fine stuff before all the lovely long stuff goes on. And I can easily just put a bit of smudger glue on there, and all the little tiny little bits and pieces where it's all come off, and just use the puffer bottle, which is like the little knock puffer bottle thing, which is not apparently it's not very good, but I used it on my my weathered wagons display, and it didn't come out too bad. So it's all right for filling in little cracks like this. But as you know, the main stuff's going to go on top. Another thing I've done here is I've drilled some holes. These are one of these, I'm not sure which one I'm going to fill in yet, but one of them I'm just going to cover with static grass because I don't need it there. But these, you can see there's the two there, one there, and then there's one there somewhere, and one there. That's all for the trees. All the trees fit. I've still got to get two more large trees, because there's one large tree there and one large tree on there, and then I've got two small trees there and one right next to the roadside. You can see there's the other hole there. That's actually a tester hole. That's the main hole there, and then the main hole there. I might use the stump on this one to cover up the stump, because I'm having problems keeping that one up right. But yeah, I've done that, and basically, as well as, like I said last week, I stopped here because I needed to paint the rock face. As you can see, I have actually painted the rock face. Now, most of it's hidden behind the station here, but it took me ages to get this mix of colour right. Obviously, this is just the undercoat of the rock. I've still got to add tone. You've got a bit of dry brush, a bit of grey in, and then I'm going to get some really watered down black and wash it, like all in the in all the Woodland Scenics cliff tutorials. How to make realistic rock faces. As you can see, there's a bit more there, and of course, a bit here. But the you can see, if you look carefully, some of the plaster cloth, like sort of squarey stuff. Where's that to? There. You can see it's starting to come through. But as I said, that's all going to be toned in, so it won't be as visible as it is. You're probably wondering why it's that sort of colour. It's because I checked the rocks around Compton Martin itself, and it's actually like a really like a red clay sort of rock. It's hard to really describe. I spent ages trying to get this tone right, but that is roughly what it looks like. And it's not really rigid. It's quite smooth, and but it's got obviously bits of rock like this, so it's perfect. I mean, that looks really good there, because that's sort of how it looks alongside part of the road. I'm sure when I maybe do a documentary on the layout, I'll probably have some photos of the real Compton Martin and show little bits of the rock to show you what the rock actually looks like. But it is really that sort of colour, which is why I didn't basically use the whole Woodland Scenics tutorial and buy all the fancy paints, because I needed to get this sort of colour. But I'm still going to use some of the wash down techniques as they used. So yeah, apart from that, as you can see, the platform's back in position. For that, I've actually raised the ends, and you can see that the ballast is now actually level with the ends. I still got to glue a bit of ballast to the end of the wood on the platform to make it perfectly flat, and a bit got wore away there when I hoovered it up, so I've got to fill in there. Like I said, I did say in the last update that I will need to fill in a few places where ballast has come up, as I have done a bit of cleaning. I still need to maybe raise the ballast there a bit, because as you can see, it's still a bit rough. Some of the cracks on the edge of the platform need a bit filling in, but as you can see, that didn't come out too bad last week. I did say it would come out a bit bobbly there, but no problem there. But anyway, that's about it really, what I've done on the update, for this week's update. But this is the big announcement sort of thing. I've spent the past couple of hours or so actually scraping the ballast away from the sleepers. As you can see, the sleepers look much more nicer. There's still a few little places where it's either bits have got still stuck to the sleepers, or where it's actually come off, as you can see there. And I'm going to have to redo bits, especially here. I had to split the board to get the fish plates in, so I ended up having to I got to re-put some more ballast in there. But amazingly, as you can see, you can hardly spot the seam across the actual split in the board. I mean, look, that tarmac paint did really, really well. See, that's the actual split there. You cannot see it. As you see, look, I actually did split the board, and you cannot see it. You can only really see it when obviously the wood comes out. I mean, that's so perfect there. I mean, actually the ballast actually splits through there. Still hardly noticeable. It does become slightly noticeable there. Slightly noticeable there, but that's because bits of it have come off, but I'll add a few little weeds and disguise that. So I'm actually really pleased. I mean, look at this. I'm so pleased with that bit there. You can just about make out the line of the split there. So that's perfect. But yeah, like I said, I've been scraping off parts of the ballast and all along the sidings, the points. Like I said, there's still little bits that got to come off, but that's all for one main reason. I've got my track rubber out, started rubbing it down, and hopefully the next video after this, no promises on this, because things might come up because I'm very, very busy this week, which is why I haven't got as much done as I hoped. But hopefully, a couple of days time, maybe 2 days after this video goes live, there will be a video of the first train running on Compton Martin. I did do an original test to see if the tracks worked, but that was with the old bit and there was no ballast on it or anything, and it was with an old loco. I didn't film it just to check that the track worked, and it did. But obviously I've done all this ballasting and I've redone all this, and I want to know, does the train properly work? The locomotive that I plan to use is going to be my Batman pannier tank, which will be a common sight on Compton Martin. Although that's probably going to be a bit annoying to Somerset and Dorset fans, as it is a Great Western engine. But it's just it's just so quick, easy to get out of the box. And the rolling stock that is going to be behind it's just a couple of maybe a couple of box fans and stuff like that. Not just some ones that have come out of my box, which are unboxed ones, which are ready to use sort of thing. Nothing special or like that. Not like my milk train or anything. It would be nice to run the milk train on it, but I think I'm going to save that until everything's all done. I'm just going to get a few little box fans and just maybe do like a little running video, basically, just showing the train going in all the little sidings, maybe doing a tiny bit of shunting in the cobble yard with some box fans that are to hand, and just basically just show that the track actually works, and hopefully that will hopefully it will work, because that's the whole point, because I got to see if it works, which is going to be really, really exciting. So yeah, apart from that, what else has happened this week? Oh, there's actually a new arrival on the main layout. There will be a review of it coming soon. It's it will be coming in the near future. I don't know when I'm actually going to do a proper review on it, because I've got to clean the main layout. But it will be featuring a special video soon. And basically it is quite a large engine. It's a Batman engine. Some of you may know, but keep it to yourself if you know, because it'd be a bit of an exciting when it's a review. All I can just say is Batman, and it's a Somerset and Dorset engine. British Railways, obviously, livery. But yeah, so it ran on the Somerset Dorset, and it's British Railways. That's the only clue for it. But that'll be coming soon. But basically, when I picked that up, I got it obviously from my favourite shop, Signals Models, and I picked up a number of other items, which are going to feature on Compton Martin. But basically, I got that. And I went in there, and obviously I've been doing a lot of weathering for them, and I even put up an advert for them. And I got a phone call to say that this locomotive that I've ordered was in stock. And basically he goes, oh, as well as your locomotive is in stock, he said your static grass is in stock. Because as I mentioned, this is my normal bag of static grass that I planned, the 2 bags I originally got. You see it's quite a bright yellowy, it's a beige colour. But I thought doing it all the same, all that, it'd look a bit too rough. But in the end, I decided to get some summer wild meadow grass, 6mm stuff again. And as you can see, it's a much better colour. I'm going to mix these 2 together, so it'd be like a really, really nice, like goldeny, summery colour, where the 2 are blended together in like a big tub, or mix it all together and then apply it. But there's a little notice on the front of it, and Mike said, that's the owner of Signals Models, who phoned. He said, I'd just like to say, I've just watched your advert on YouTube, and thanks for doing that, so you can have the bag of static grass for free. So I'd like to thank Mike and Signals Models for giving me this bag of grass. So yeah, that was I wasn't expecting anything for doing the advert, but very, very nice of them. So yeah, that's going to become a big, really, really help out with the layout, and I hope to start applying that soon. Obviously, I've still got to do all the undercoat first and fill in all the little cracks and crevices. Another thing that I got when I was over there, as well as the obviously the loco and the grass, was this. It's another bag of ballast. As you know, I bought a bag of ballast, a couple of bags of ballast recently to do the main layout, which is this fine buff ballast. The only problem was, they changed the scale and everything, and I had 2 bags of the quite coarse stuff, which replaced this beautiful stuff here. And obviously, one bag I opened to do build up the area, and the other one, which I bought from Signals Models, I didn't open and I didn't need. But as you know, as well, last week I ran out of this paint, tarmac paint. So luckily, I basically went in there and I took the bag I had that I didn't open, and I replaced it with this, which is a fine, same stuff, fine buff ballast, but it's fine. This will be, obviously, as you can see, it's very, very fine, and it's actually very, very close to the size, maybe a tiny, tiny bit larger, maybe, to the stuff that features on the tarmac. So I'm going to put a bit of glue down, sprinkle it all on. This is obviously after I've ran the train, so this might be coming in next week's update, I do not know. Sprinkle it all down, and then you make it go out, spread it out, not put it all together, but spread it out like it is with the tarmac, and then I'll put the new coat of tarmac, which I've been planning all along to put on the top. That's just some orange paint that leaked from when I was mixing this the rock colour. As you know, I had to use lots of weird colours to get that correct tone. But yeah, so that's all right. Also, when I went to go pick all these items up, I dropped off the coal wagon, which was featured recently, the one that I weathered, in the last update, and also in the special little video I did of it, little slideshow of it. And that is now on the shelf at Signals. The other 3 wagons are still there, so if you're interested in the previous 3 wagons, the metal-sided ones, they're still in stock, and so is this coal wagon. Although I have had some interest in the coal wagon already, so that sounds like it's going to go pretty well, that one. But as well as going in there, obviously to pick all this stuff up, I also picked up another wagon to weather. It's something different again. As you know, I normally like weathering up the British Railways 1950s or 60s stock, like metal-sided stuff. And then as you know, last update I went into a wooden-sided private owner wagon, the start of the 20th century sort of thing. And now I've gone the opposite way now of the British Railway side, and it's the 60s and 70s, 80s wagon, roughly. But it is a tanker, and as you can see, where's the code? Here. It's a TTA tanker wagon in Shell BP Grey. Now, this is going to be my first proper tanker weathering video. Well, not video, but wagon that I'm going to weather, because I'm not going to do it on video because it'll take ages. But I honestly can't wait to see what it turns out like, because I said, first time weathering a tanker, first time for everything. So yeah, I'm going to try and get the oil streak on it, and obviously going to rustle the chassis like normal. But yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to weather this one, because apparently tankers are very, very hard to weather. Obviously locomotives come first, then you obviously all the rolling stock, but I think that tankers and carriages are very, very hard to weather, because you've got to think of all the windows, and also you've got to think of the streaks, because tankers are quite weird, because they don't necessarily really, really rust up. They sort of like bleed a bit of rust, and then obviously you got all the fuel spills, which is going to be the hardest part of this little project, but that will hopefully soon be on the shelf at Signals Models. Maybe even next week when I go to the next weekend when I go to the Midsummer Norton event. So yeah, this is a reminder to anybody who is interested in going to that event on Saturday the 22nd. I think that's the date, but I'll be going on the Saturday for that weekend. If any of you are going that day, you let yourself know, and let me know, and I'll see if I can meet you there. Hopefully Brazil 2044 is going, and maybe a few other people. But yeah, it'd be really interesting to meet you there. And so yeah, if anybody's going, like I said, Brazil 2044, drop me a message on what's happening, because I like to know whether you could go or not, because rather than turning up on the day and then no one actually being there. But still, it'll be a good day, because I'm going to get lots of filming of the railway and stuff. But yeah, it should be a really, really interesting event. So anyway, that's all for Compton Martin this week. Quite a bit to do, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the next video will actually be a running video, just of the little pannier tank with some bit of mixed goods sort of thing on the layout. But yeah, this has been SDJR7F88 speaking, and thanks for watching.